This is a Chinese spy balloon over the United States, over Montana. It's just floating in the sky. I've never heard about this before, ever, actually. The only foreign enemy aircraft that have flown over the United States, as far as I know, were Russian planes that were authorized to do so to inspect our missile systems, to make sure we were complying with arms control agreements. And we did the same thing with them. The Chinese have a balloon over America. And Joe Biden does not want to shoot this thing down. They actually asked him, and he doesn't want to shoot it down. People on the ground are kind of wondering about this, with good reason.
Here's the moon. Right. And then there's that. What planet is that?
Yeah, it's not a planet. It's a Chinese satellite, in a way, flying over America. I'm actually officially worried. Aren't you? I heard that general say we're going to be at war with China by 2025, and Joe Biden is just sitting back. Remember when Sputnik, who's old enough to remember Sputnik, right? That made a lot of people very upset. This is a lot lower than Sputnik, and it's just sitting there over Montana. I think it calls for presidential action, don't you? We'll see what happens. Meanwhile, the Democrat Ilhan Omar of Minnesota, she's got a lot of cards to play. She can play the race card, she can play the woman card, she can play the Muslim card, and she plays them from, the bottom of the deck. She was playing them all today because she didn't get something that she wanted.
The gentlewoman is recognized.
This debate today, it's about who gets to be an American. What opinions do we have to be counted as Americans?
No, it actually is about who gets to be on the Foreign Relations Committee, and that's not you. She didn't get a committee assignment that she wanted. You know, even Swalwell and Schiff, when they weren't allowed to be on the Intelligence Committee, yeah, they went on CNN and complained about it, but she is... This is a drama queen, right? This is about America. Hey, the Republicans who were not let on committees by Mitch McConnell, you haven't heard about that, have you? No, no one cares. It's just all about Ilhan Omar and the cards that she has to play. There's more, a lot more.
This is what this debate is about, Madam Speaker. There is this idea that you are a suspect if you are an immigrant, or if you are from certain parts of the world, or a certain skin tone, or a Muslim.
Oh my goodness gracious. This cartoonish idea she has of America, this country that she lives in, she does not understand. Immigrant, we love immigrants. America is made of immigrants, okay? Those who came here illegally, though, okay? Legally, you got to come here legally. You can't come here like this. Did she say something about skin color? We got a problem with skin color. Right. Republicans have a problem with skin color, right? These are some of the heroes right now. What else? Oh, Muslim. Well, September 11, 2001 happened, right? And I don't like how America responded in many ways. We were too slow in getting to Afghanistan. Yeah, George W. Bush waited about 6 weeks, and then we went to Iraq. But there was something that I thought was really a great move by George W. Bush. In the days after 9/11, he made it clear that we were at war with al-Qaeda, not Muslims, okay? And he went to those mosques in Washington, D.C. and elsewhere to let the world know that we understand Islam, and this is not about a faith. This is about terrorists, okay? But I guess Ilhan Omar was not in America when that happened, and she missed that. And she went back to her silly, cartoonish, negative view of what this country is all about.
It is no accident that members of the Republican Party accused the first black president, Barack Obama, of being a secret Muslim.
Ooh, the secret Muslim part. Well, you're going to have to talk to Hillary Clinton. More on that in a moment. But Barack Obama has been publicly, to say the least, ambivalent and confusing about his faith.
What I was suggesting, you are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that has not
Christian
come
faith.
My Christian faith. And well, what I'm saying is he hasn't suggested that I'm a Muslim.
Did you catch that, right? My Muslim faith. My Muslim faith. I think that's what he said. I just want to be sure.
What I was suggesting, you are absolutely right that John McCain has not talked about my Muslim faith, and you're absolutely right that that has not
Christian
come
faith.
My Christian faith. And well, what I'm saying is he hasn't suggested that I'm a Muslim.
Maybe he is a secret Muslim. And by the way, being a Muslim is fine. It's the secretive part, right? Secretive Christian, secretive Muslim. Why be secretive about it? I've read enough of Barack Obama's books, yes, to know that he was, growing up, a bit ambivalent about a lot of things, including religion. All right, back to Ilhan Omar and her horrifically prejudiced view of what this country is.
It is no accident that former President Donald Trump led a birther movement that falsely claimed he was born in Kenya. Because to them, falsely labeling the first and only president of the United States of America a Muslim and African immigrant somehow made him less American.
Ooh, wrong again, Elon. If you have a problem with the birtherism movement, go see Hillary Clinton and her friend Sidney Blumenthal. You probably missed this as well, but Hillary ran against Barack Obama in 2007 and 2008, and they did not like him, and they were pushing the idea that maybe he came from Kenya. So much so that in 2008, the Obama campaign released his birth certificate, which in its own way actually raised some questions because the font was modern. The font was not 1961 font, so it actually did not solve the question. I'm not saying I had it, but this actually made me think, well, why is it modern font? They wanted to keep the guessing going. That's my opinion. They were trying to make fools out of people. Ultimately, he did release his original birth certificate going back to 1961, not a rendition of the birth certificate or a piece of paper that said there was a birth certificate, but the actual birth certificate. But again, this was a Hillary Clinton Democrat operation that got all the talk about where was he born, where all that stuff. All right, back to Elon and her crazy day today. Again, all because she did not get the committee assignment that she wants.
I am Muslim. I am an immigrant, and interestingly, from Africa.
Oh yeah, this part. Actually, that's not that interesting. I looked it up. There are 2.1 million people living in America who were born in Africa. It might be interesting for 10 seconds if you met her at a cocktail party. You're from Africa. Great. I'm from Montana. She's from Japan. Then what are you going to talk about? Okay, that's America, babe. Next, please.
Is anyone surprised that I am being targeted? Is anyone surprised that I am somehow deemed unworthy to speak about American foreign policy?
Again, it's the anti-Semitism, all right? That's the stuff that got you in trouble. And even Democrats condemned you for it and do today. What else did she say just there? Oh, the targeting part. That's the ultimate status symbol in Washington, D.C. Because when you're targeted, that means you're important, and it also means you get security. And oh boy, do they love having those guys with the sunglasses and the earpieces. That's status, and that's what they're after. Okay, a little bit more.
They see me as a powerful voice that needs to be silenced. Frankly, it is expected, because when you push power, power pushes back. Representation matters. Continuing to expand our ideas of who is American and who can partake in the American experiment is a good thing. I am an American who was sent here,
So condescending. Her indignation, lecturing America about what America is. We don't need the lecture. America does not need the lecture. Anybody who has any sense of history knows that people came from all over the place to come to America, right? Everywhere. Ellis Island. Go visit. Have you ever been? I wonder. And my most favorite image of them all, Donald J. Trump during the Republican National Convention at the swearing-in ceremony for those amazing people who took the oath of citizenship at the White House. They're from all over the world. And we love that. We love that. All right, back to that crazy person.
My leadership and voice will not be diminished if I am not on this committee for one term. My voice will get louder and stronger, and my leadership will be celebrated around the world as it has been.
Wow. I mean, all right, maybe not crazy. Delusional. Delusional. Around the world, they're celebrating this one member of Congress. You can go ahead and think that. I don't think it's such a big deal. Some of her, these are squad members, right? Nobody ever talks about the squad anymore, but this is Rashid Tlaib, who I think may be in need of medical and psychiatric care right now.
You are showing who you all are, really.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
Omar will not be silenced.
The gentlewoman's time has expired.
To Congressman Omar, I am so sorry, sis, that our country is failing you today through this chamber.
Wow. Again, she did not get to sit on the Foreign Affairs Committee. Isn't this, how long has she been in Congress? It's not a big deal. There are plenty of other committees that she gets to be on. Do you notice who's behind Tlaib there? That's Cori Bush. She was shedding tears. Very emotional day for her. She's accustomed to pretending she's homeless. That's what she often does. A member of Congress has a fair amount of prestige and status, but she chose to have a sit-in and pretend that she's homeless. Remember that? All right. Oh, this is good. AOC. I mean, being outraged, that's what she does. And she's pretty good at it.
Don't tell me that this is about a condemnation of anti-Semitic remarks when you have a member of the Republican caucus who has talked about Jewish space lasers and an entire amount of tropes, and also elevated her to some of the highest committee assignments in this body. This is about targeting women of color in the United States of America. Don't tell me, because I didn't get a single apology
Time has expired.
when my life was threatened. Thank you.
Wow. Wow. Very good, but not an all-time performance. This is like third place, fourth place. I think the best was when she wore the white and she flapped her arms around like she was 11 years old, and she wanted to go back to the beach, but her family said it was time to come home. Watch both the arms go. Both arms go up pretty soon. Here we go. Yep, that's the 11-year-old who wants to go back to the beach. Anyway, let's find out why she really is not allowed on this committee, okay? From Nancy Pelosi, who observed her horrible remarks over the years, Congresswoman Omar's use of anti-Semitic tropes and prejudicial accusations about Israel supporters is deeply offensive. We condemn these remarks, and we call upon Congresswoman Omar to immediately apologize for these hurtful comments. Well, apologies are great, but there are some people who are not going to let that go. And I'm one of them, actually. And you just don't understand the country you're living in, do you? Because some of our heroes, and I'm talking about MAGA, all right? I'm a MAGA guy. I make America great again. Is there a problem? Some of my personal heroes, Congresswoman Omar, came from elsewhere, far away, and they have different skin color than mine, and we love them for their ideas, okay? We've got Dinesh D'Souza, one of the world-class geniuses of the conservative movement. Who else? Harmeet Dillon. I was kind of rooting for her, by the way. She's an amazing person. I believe she's from India. Mayra Flores. Too bad she's not in the House of Representatives. Mexican-born, served in the House. And also, don't forget, Ted Cruz. Yes, he was born in Canada. All right, you got it, Ilhan Omar? So much you have to learn about this country. How did you become a member of the House of Representatives? What was Minnesota thinking?